Louisiana, Texas, Abrams and Bettis is coming to you from the Lone Star State as we are in storm alert mode at the Weather Channel because Ike is nearing the Texas coast. Coming up, find out why here in Galveston we're already feeling the effects, even though this system is still some 400 miles away. That's what's happening at the coast. What's happening inland in Houston? My partner Mike Bettis is standing by live. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, and good evening to you, Stephanie, and everyone at home. We've got 5.5 very anxious residents of the Metro Houston area watching Ike and watching Ike very closely. We're not going to waste any time. Let's get right to it and show you the latest on Ike. We still got a Category 2 storm on our hands. Winds at 100 miles per hour, and they've sustained that 100 mile per hour strength for about the past 24 hours now. So we haven't seen any rapid intensification. We haven't seen a lot of weakening with Ike. West-northwest movement right now at 10 miles per hour, and of course it has its sights set on the Texas coastline. So there are a large area here along the central and upper Texas coast where we're very concerned about, and the highest population densities as well are right in that Houston-Galveston area. So that's an area we are particularly concerned about, especially with a right front quadrant hit. That's where we can see the highest winds. That's where we can see the strongest surge as well. So from Morgan City, Louisiana, as you work your way down toward Baffin Bay, we got hurricane warnings that are in effect. As far as intensity,
I was thinking that was actually called Bath and Bay.
That's what we're anticipating right now. Don't anticipate a lot of weakening. So what we're at right now,
yeah, it does.
A little bit stronger. We're talking a Friday night into Saturday morning landfall. So anticipate at least 100 mile per hour winds and surge that can be quite high, especially right near the Galveston Bay area. That's something that we're watching for you and watching for you very, very closely. Of course, evacuations have been going on all day today, Stephanie, and one area that's a huge concern are those islands that stick out there like Galveston. I'm sure that residents and officials are very nervous about what can happen there as Ike approaches tomorrow evening.
It's interesting because part of the island was under an evacuation earlier today. Then they made it for the entire island. Of course, the west end of the island floods very quickly. I mean, even in a thunderstorm, that portion of the island floods. One of the reasons for that is because the seawall doesn't make it all the way down to the end of the island. About a third of the island is protected here by the seawall. Now behind me, well, there you go, is the Gulf of Mexico. The waves already starting to kick up. And it's not only here right along Galveston, it's really along the entire Gulf Coast we're already seeing the waves. So let's check out some of these wave heights. This is just remarkable. Louisiana, you're actually seeing stronger waves than we are in Galveston. And this is right where Ike is headed to. Waves around 30 to 35 feet there off the Louisiana coast. And we're going to give you a detailed wave forecast coming up, so stay tuned for that. We are seeing our waves here also around 9 feet. Winds as well. Excuse me, I got that backwards. My bad. I want to correct myself here. Winds around Louisiana 30 to 35 miles per hour. And the waves actually off Louisiana are around the 27-foot range. So they're still very strong, very powerful, and that is going to continue to be the story as this thing heads towards the Gulf of Texas. We anticipate our winds to pick up and obviously those wave heights to pick up. One of the reasons is it is very large. As Mike was talking about, a very big wind field. That's why so many of us are being affected, and that's why we're not seeing it strengthen too much. Our pressure has been dropping, but the winds haven't caught up to that. And one of the reasons is because it is so large. Now, Mike was talking about this strengthening as it heads towards the coast, potentially because we have dry air currently on the west side of the system. That looks like it's going to exit out, and that means we could see a Category 2, potentially a Category 3 making landfall right here in Galveston. So let's talk about those wind fields. The hurricane force winds extend out 115 miles from the center. Hurricane force winds start at 74 miles an hour. That can certainly take down trees, and that can certainly take down power lines as well. How about tropical storm force winds? Well, they extend out almost 300 miles from the center. Tropical storm force winds go from 39 to 73 miles an hour. So a lot of people are going to be affected by this Category 2 hurricane as it is Ike. Now, Galveston, we could see that water rise. Right now, we're doing pretty good. Of course, we do have that seawall behind us. Some spots as high as 15 feet, maybe a little bit lower, where you did have that sand buildup. I wish I could head over there and show it to you. But again, it does look like, regardless if this goes north of us, if it goes south of us, we will see significant impacts here. And Mike, a little wobble to the north could really be very helpful for us here in Galveston, as we will get more of an offshore wind taking that surge out of here. But that means we'll see water rise on the west side of the island. So we're going to get hit regardless, east side or west side of the island, if this goes north or south.
Yeah,